Human Rights Watch report says Eritrea's government continued to severely repress its population, imposing restrictions on freedom of expression, opinion, and faith, and restricting independent scrutiny by international monitors. The report indicated that new waves of forced conscription, including child recruitment, took place in Eritrea as Eritrea sent its army to fight in Tigray. The report also says Eritrea continued to negatively impact the rights environment in the Horn. According to experts in international relations, Molla Reda, Eritrea's only president Isaias Afwerki has a long record of destabilizing the region.
The Eritrean government, led by Isaias Afwerki, has been involved in all kinds of destabilizing activities over the past 3 decades. In fact, the history of the Eritrean government since the state of Eritrea secured its independence formally in 1994 is replete with destabilization of the broader Horn of Africa region. And the Eritrean government's direct and destructive participation in the genocidal war on Tigray is a direct extension of that decades-long policy of destabilizing its neighbors.
The report also showed that Eritrean soldiers have carried out heinous crimes in Tigray. In December of last year, World Health Organization Chief Dr. Tedros Adhanom revealed his uncle was murdered by Eritrean forces in Tigray.
Last Saturday, I was informed that my uncle was murdered by Eritrean army. And I spoke to my mother, and she was really devastated because he was the youngest from their family, and he was almost same age with me, young uncle. So I was not in good shape, that's why. He was not alone, by the way. In the village, when they killed him in his home, from same village, more than 50 people were killed, just arbitrarily.
And the Eritrean army continues to occupy a large part of Tigray at the moment. And their participation in this genocidal war was motivated by nothing other than old-fashioned pursuit for revenge.
In December 2021, Eritrea opposed the establishment of international human rights experts on Ethiopia to investigate crimes committed by all warring parties in the conflict. On the 2nd of November, Ethiopian federal government and Tigrayan leaders signed a cessation of hostilities agreement to end the brutal war in the Horn. Mullah says Eritrean government wants to spoil this agreement as peace brings an existential threat to the regime in Asmara.
There are elements here and there that are trying to spoil the peace agreement. And the Eritrean government is a classic spoiler. Spoiler in this context, what it means is an actor or a group of actors to whom peace is basically an existential threat. And
it is to be recalled that Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki called on the people of Eritrea to roll up their sleeves for what he called another round of fierce resistance on the eve of the new year.